Thank you, Gabby. Good morning. So our Time for All Ages today comes from the Reverend Jamie Dingus, who wrote this, and then I adapted it a little bit with some of my information, but a lot of the words are his. In my house, we talk about technology a lot. My wife, Jen, is an elementary technology specialist. That means that she teaches elementary school teachers how to use technology to teach their students. So when Jen goes into a classroom to teach a lesson using technology, the students are all really excited. They love it when Ms. Goldberg comes. She's like a celebrity. The teachers are not always as excited. Sometimes it can be hard to learn a new technology. Sometimes it can be hard to switch to a different technology, especially if the way you've been doing things is the way you've always done it, or it has some emotional connection to you. Maybe this is the way you taught your children, or this is the way that you taught someone important or meaningful in your life. But often the change is in the methods, not the end results. I have some fossils with me, and I'm going to give you an example to illustrate this. Does anyone know what this is? Oh, some people do. Does anyone under 12 know what this is? Maybe under 18 know what this is. Will it, Mina, do you know? It's a cassette tape. So this is a cassette tape, and what is it used for? Music. It's used for listening to music. But we don't really use these anymore, right? We switched to CDs. Do we use these? Oh, no, we don't use these. What do we use to listen to music? Streaming service, or our phones maybe, or maybe some of us still have MP3 players, but we use a streaming service. We use Apple Music or Spotify or Pandora or whatever we use. So the technology changed, but something stayed the same. What stayed the same? Music. We want to listen to music. So we changed technologies, but the root of it, the core of it, the thing that we want most, the thing that we love most, music, stayed the same. What is this? A tape, a VCR tape, right? What is this one used for? Movies. Okay, so we had this, and then we had DVDs, right? Maybe some of us still use DVDs, but how do most of us get our movies now? Streaming service. It's amazing that, So we go to Netflix, or we go to Amazon Prime, or we go to whatever streaming service we have, and we watch our movies. So the technology changed, but what stayed the same? Movies. We want to be able to watch our movies. The core thing, the thing that we love or want to do, stayed the same. What are these? Does anyone under 18 know what these are? Anyone under 25? All right. These are floppy disks. What were they for? Data. Saving data, sharing files, right? And then we shared files on one of these little things, a thumb drive. Hyperdrive or thumb drive. I have a chorus of tech people back in the back here. Now how do we share files or share data with people? Or how do we save things? Rena suggested telepathically. I don't know if we're quite there yet. We save stuff to the cloud, right? We use Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive or Dropbox or whatever we use, whatever sharing service we use. That's how we share. So the technology changed, but what stayed the same? The data, the fact that we still need to share files with people, we still want to save things that we write or create. So what's most important stays the same, but the way we do it changes over time. So in 1985, the Unitarian Universalist Association adopted a set of principles, 7 principles. And we haven't changed them since, except some congregations have added an 8th principle in recent years, but the UUA, the association level, hasn't changed the principles since 1985. That was roughly the year when cassette tapes started to be phased out and we moved to CDs. Now, a really wonderful team of leaders in our association has come up with a revision for the principles, with 7 core values that we can possibly all agree on, and those are equity, generosity, transformation, justice, pluralism, interdependence, and love. They are centered in love because love is at the center. Love is the one that influences all of those other things: equity, justice, transformation, generosity, pluralism, and interdependence, and love. So over the next few months, years, we will be talking about these. We will be trying to figure out if this new technology, these new values, are going to be the way that we can live out our Unitarian Universalist faith into the next generation, into this century. That's something that people will be talking about and voting on at General Assembly this year. There's a lot to think about here, and change is hard. It can be uncomfortable, but just like any time we adopt a new technology, it takes some time to adjust. But we know that as long as we commit to moving forward in love, we can change and change and change again, but what we love, what is at the core, stays the same. Thank you for listening to my story this morning.